Today I messed up calling my best friend cute. Last week my sister and I were at her apartment talking about him in front of 4 of her friends. She brought up how a few months back he told me I looked cute after I got a haircut. I didn't think much of it, but she said most straight guys don't call other guys cute. All her friends agreed. One of them even said, yeah, that's definitely a little sus. I got defensive and argued he was straight as hell. We'd been best friends since freshman year of college, and I'd seen him hook up with plenty of girls at parties. I even pointed out that 2 of them sitting right there had actually been with him. They both confirmed it, but my sister still wasn't backing down. Then, to really prove my point, I said, besides he is cute though, like it was the most normal thing in the world. The second those words left my mouth, I knew I'd messed up. They all just stared at me. No one questioned my sexuality to my face, but the room went completely silent. My sister had this smirk, like she'd just won the argument. One of her friends whispered something to another, and they both giggled. I tried to backtrack and said, I mean, objectively speaking, but that somehow made it worse. I left shortly after that, hoping the whole thing would blow over. For the next few days, everything seemed normal. My sister didn't bring it up again, and I figured her friends had moved on to gossiping about something else. I actually thought I'd gotten away with it. Yesterday afternoon, I was scrolling Instagram when I saw his post. 3 photos of him kissing his male roommate. The first one was them holding hands. The second was a close-up kiss. The third showed them smiling at each other with his arm around his waist. The caption said, "The cat's out of the closet," with a rainbow emoji. My first reaction was genuine happiness for him. We'd been close for 3 years, and I had no idea he was struggling with this. I immediately texted him saying I was proud of him and asking why he never told me. He said he'd been terrified of how people would react and only recently felt ready. Then about 10 seconds later it hit me. That conversation with my sister. The cute comment. Her friends. I checked the post again and saw my sister had already liked it and left 3 heart emojis in the comments. My stomach dropped. I hoped maybe she'd forgotten about our conversation or wouldn't connect the dots. That hope lasted about 40 minutes. The second I walked through my front door, my sister and all 4 of her friends were waiting in the living room like some kind of intervention. They'd clearly been planning this. They immediately rushed over and shoved their phones in my face, showing photos of random male celebrities and models. Rate this one, my sister said, grinning. How cute is he? One of her friends added. They kept putting heavy air quotes around, from a straight guy's perspective, of course. I tried to leave, but they followed me into the kitchen, asking if I thought Chris Hemsworth was objectively handsome, or if Timothy Chalamet had nice bone structure. It got worse when I found out my sister had already told my parents everything. My mom was in the kitchen smiling at me in this really knowing way. She came up and hugged me, saying she loved me no matter what, and that she was so proud I felt comfortable enough to be myself. I tried explaining I was actually straight, but she just patted my shoulder and said, "It's okay, honey, you don't have to hide anymore." Then she said she wanted to take me shopping this weekend for jeans that would make both our butts look amazing. She's never once in my entire life offered to take me clothes shopping. My dad somehow made it even more awkward. That night at dinner, he sat down across from me and said he thought it was time we had another talk. I asked what he meant, and he said, "Well, son, the first talk I gave you was the heterosexual version, so I think we need to update a few things." My sister was crying, laughing. My mom kept smiling at me encouragingly. I've tried explaining at least 10 times that I'm not gay, but no one believes me now. My sister keeps saying "sure, Jan" whenever I bring it up. This morning, my mom left a pride flag on my bed with a note saying, "For when you're ready." My dad has started making rainbow pancakes for breakfast. My sister's friends have apparently created a group chat called The Cute Committee, where they send me photos of guys and wait for my ratings. The worst part is I texted my best friend about the whole situation, and he just replied, "Well, you did call me cute," followed by a winky face emoji.